Hello YouTube, everybody, welcome to my channel, Vibes channel. Bam.
This is Iggy.
Alright guys, I'm going to teach you guys two ways to sample in Ableton, and I'm going to split up in two videos. This video right now is part one. Alright guys, so we're here back on Ableton now, right? I'm using a sample that I used in the last video. I'll play it for you guys to hear a snippet. Right, so we're going to use that Got a Lot of Love by Gentle Persuasion, right? So now first things first, if you want to transpose the sample or change the pitch, I would do it now. You can do it later on, like you can just go chop this all right now and then change it, but for my sakes, I'm going to just do it now. So I'm going to play the sample and then I'm going to transpose. Right here. Transpose is bottom left right next to the complex of beats. Downward. Okay, cool. So I'll go 3 down, transpose, right? Now I'm going to right click on the channel where my sequence is at. I'm going to freeze track. Bam. Just froze the track for me. Right click it again. Now I'm going to flatten the track. Bam. So what that pretty much did, Ableton, it says, all right, you want to take that audio, we froze it. Now we're going to flatten that motherfucker. So now this frequency that we had when we transpose is now going to stay on there. Like when I play it. So what's dope is that when I made my loop, right, with my sample and I flattened it, Ableton pretty much read my loop and just duplicated it right over, right? So I just move my loop bracket right there. All right. Now we set our warp markers. So I'm just going to set my warp markers. I'm going to do it at each measure. It's because this way, when I place it on my keyboard and I start hitting my chops, it would match the BPM of whatever I set it to. So everything will have its own timing, you know what I mean? So this is one of the most common ways of sampling, right? So that when you hit your pads, you can hit them in sync with your BPM, right? Oh, whoops. So now, once you have your warp markers set, right, you want to right click, you want to slice to new MIDI track. But before I hit that, right, in this scenario right here, you gotta ask yourself, look at your BPM. You gotta ask yourself, do you want to work with that BPM, or if you know you're gonna end up changing your BPM after you make your slices, then your slices that you have right now are all going to be off. So let's say like I'm at 86 right now, but I know I'm going to change it to 110, right? If I export these to slice the new MIDI track right now, it's going to be set for 86 BPM. You can figure out and configure ways to make things work though, because that is what this game is. Producing is about making shit work, you know what I mean? So for me now, for example, I'm just gonna bring this down. I'll bring it to like 72. It's gonna be slower. Alright, cool. So we got some warping going on. So I'm gonna switch my beats in the bottom left corner. I'm gonna make it complex. Right? So now it should be clearer. Alright, so pitch is set, BPM set. Now I'm going to right click, slice the new MIDI track, right? A new window is going to pop up. It's going to say, what do you want to create? One slice per what? I'm going to set it as warp marker because I set my slices. You can set it to transient, or you can set it to bar or whatever measure you want. I'm going warp marker. And for now, slicing preset will go built in. Bam. Alright, cool. So now as you can see right here, my drum rack, right? All my slices are placed there, so they should be on your keyboard now also. But notice, like when I hit it on my keyboard, if I click on it and I let go, it doesn't play it through all the way. Well, that's why you got your attack, decay, sustain, and release. Now as a producer, play with that shit. That's your best friend. right there. Bam. So now when you do slice the new MIDI track, everything now is on your keyboard. Now you just make your melody, right? But now earlier I was like, what if you wanted to, like, if you made your chops and you wanted to set a different pitch now? Well, let's say if you have a plugin, right, like I do, sound shifter, right? That's what I got for waves. It's used for messing with the pitch. So now hit your chops, and you can change them. See? Definitely that's not a melody I'm going to do. I'm just doing this for example purposes. But you get the idea, right? But now, notice when you're using plugins, you got to also look at the fact that your latency right here. It's going ham. It's working. It's fucking working. Right? I'll take it off and then you'll see what it was before. Look at that. Only 3-4%. You throw that sound shifter in there, that motherfucker gonna go ham. He's like, oh my god, I gotta go work now. Look at that. Bumping. Alright? So really be careful of how your workflow is and how your signal flow is, because latency when it comes to digital is a bitch. But alright. Bam. Fast. Simple. Easy. Thank you everybody so far that's currently subscribed. And if you didn't subscribe yet, go ahead and hit the button underneath here that says subscribe in this video. Right now, I'm currently trying to reach 500 subscribers. If I reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to drop a beat tape. 5 to 10 tracks for any music artist that wants to use it for whatever use you want to do. Non-profit, profit, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and download that shit and use it. Bam. If you want to stay updated with me, follow me on Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, and Facebook at Vybesdytox. If you want to look more in depth and want to get more serious with my music, go ahead and visit Vybesdytox.com, or you can email me at vybesdetoxbeworking@gmail.com. All right.